Please join me in welcoming Dave Arnett, who will talk about the steps to take in creating an introduction.
Thank you, Brindle. Because of all the minutes I had to prepare this speech, I don't have fancy display material for the screen. I don't have poster size. The best I can offer for visual aids is things that are written by hand, so maybe the first 3 people can read them. But I hope this is helpful. My topic today is creating an introduction. My thesis today is that we as professional speaking Toastmasters need to understand what it means to introduce somebody who is going to speak, whether it be in a formal meeting, whether it be in a business setting. The idea of creating an introduction is important. Sometimes we have had the style in this club that the speaker writes their introduction and the Toastmaster reads it. I believe we can do better if we wish to. And so the things that I'll be presenting today are ideas as to how you, when you are a Toastmaster, can practice the skill of creating an introduction that will then be useful to you in a variety of settings where you may find yourself creating an introduction. Before we can talk about how to create an introduction, we need to know why you create an introduction. An introduction has 3 primary purposes. The first is to create a transition. You're moving the audience from where they were to where they need to be for the speaker to then begin. It's a transition. It is also a matter of mindset. When a speaker speaks about something like information security, that's a great topic. How do you then move them to a topic like creating an introduction? Very different thing. There's a mindset change that has to happen. And the Toastmaster can facilitate the audience in making that change. The final thing you do as a Toastmaster in an introduction is you provide the speaker with credibility, authority. You provide enough background and information about the speaker so that the audience has a clue why they should listen to the speaker. We heard that done very well in the speech we just heard because the introduction talked about the speaker's specific skills relative to the topic he was going to address. Authority is something you as a Toastmaster give to your speaker. Your role as a Toastmaster is not about yourself, it's about the people who you are introducing, facilitating, making their job easier. And a speech introduction can do that. All right, nuts and bolts. What is the speech introduction supposed to contain? Obviously the speaker's name. Don't hide the person's name. Don't be like, we've got a super special speaker today, and I'm not going to tell their name because it may be the Queen of England. No, put the name up front, let the people know. Unless it really is a surprise, don't act like it is. The person's name. What's their topic? What are they going to talk about? Get us warmed up to it. How much time are they supposed to take? If it has not been communicated to the timer or if it's unclear, make sure the time expectation is communicated so the audience knows how long it's going to be before they can applaud and go run to the bathroom or whatever it is they need to do. What's the project or assignment? The difference between I'm doing an advanced speech out of the technical topics manual versus I'm doing a basic manual speech on use of words. Those really help the audience to understand where the speaker is going and how they're going to get there. Speech title, objectives are things that we put in. All in all, this should not take more than 30 to 45 seconds. You are not giving a full table topic speech. You are not giving a 5 to 7 minute speech, even though I've heard people try to do that. Keep it brief, keep it to the point. We're not here to listen to the Toastmaster, we're here to listen to the speaker. So make sure that you keep that in perspective. Now there's some things you shouldn't do as a speech introducer. First of all, you shouldn't upstage the speaker. You shouldn't bring the focus onto yourself. You should not steal the speaker's thunder. You should not give the speaker's speech before they get a chance to rise to the lectern. I've heard introductions that do that. Praise their skills. I'm saying you shouldn't praise their skills. Why is that? Why shouldn't you praise their skills? It's like if I'm going to go see a movie and everyone tells me, oh, it's going to be fabulous. I have inappropriate expectations of the movie before I get to see it. I may be disappointed not because the movie was no good, but because I had inflated expectations. Let us draw our impressions of the speaker's skills. Let us learn about them. Let us draw our own opinions. Don't try to overly praise the speaker. Speak well of them, but don't be too flowery or over the top. No surprises. I have seen people try to surprise a speaker because they think it would be fun. Imagine you're the speaker. You're nervous to start with. You're hoping you can get this right, and all of a sudden the person who introduces you throws you a curveball that totally sets your game off base from the start. You don't want that. Don't surprise the speaker. Don't suddenly tell them they have to use an obscure word in theirs. Be respectful of their nervousness. Avoid cliches. With no further ado, I'd like to introduce, that's a cliche, it's an overused phrase. Speak naturally. Act like you're talking to a friend rather than to a formal audience. Those things will help your introduction. Now, it sounds like I put all the burden on the Toastmaster. Speakers, you have a job to do here. You have a responsibility to help the Toastmaster help you. For example, you can tell them something about yourself. Give them relevant information. Brindle, did I give you relevant information?
Absolutely.
Was it generic stuff or was it specific to the speech topic?
Specific to the speech topic.
We've talked sometimes in this club about having your bio just sitting in your folder. Give me something that's relevant to your speech topic. Give me something that helps me to make that transition. When you see me as Toastmaster, I will write to the speakers, I'll write to everyone, I'll say to the speakers specifically, tell me something about yourself that's relevant to your speech. That's so I can help with that transition. So give your Toastmaster some help here. I have been at symposia where the person giving the introduction thinks they have to read all the information provided by the speaker. No. You as the Toastmaster will make up your introductory speech from the things that are provided, so you get to pick and choose. Finally, help the Toastmaster help you by telling them if there's something specific you need. For example, do you need to have the lectern moved out of the way? Tell the Toastmaster that. Don't get up, shake hands with the Toastmaster, and then yourself have to move the lectern and the awards and maybe hand out some handouts. Use the Toastmaster as your ally. Tell them, you know, I'd rather have the lectern there. And then, while everyone else is writing comments, they can arrange things to match your needs. So communicate with your introducer so that they can be of most assistance to you. Style. Style is always a part of what we do. It helps to lend credibility. It helps put people at ease. Your speech introductions should be relaxed and professional. If you're nervous, your speaker's going to be nervous. So calm those nerves. Be professional. Make sure that you retain an audience focus. So if I were introducing a speaker, I would not be speaking to the speaker because he knows who he is. He knows his topic. I'm speaking to the audience. And so my eye contact is here. You are speaking for the benefit of the speaker, and so make sure that that's your focus of the things you say. You're speaking for the benefit of the audience, make sure they are your focus as you are speaking. And then when you're done, you invite the speaker up, shake hands. Now what? Are you going to walk through the speaker to get to your chair? Are you going to do a do-si-do with the speaker? How are you going to manage traffic? Think about that beforehand. Know where your speaker is seated at the table or in the audience, so that you have planned how you're going to get out of his or her way. Managing traffic is an important thing to do as part of a speech introduction. The final thing I'd recommend you do as a speech introducer is when you sit down, pay attention. If you, in your body language, say the speech is not interesting to you as a toastmaster, what is the audience going to do? I've seen this. I've seen a technical symposium, speaker gets introduced, the guy who introduced them then leaves the room, or sits down and starts typing on his laptop. Oh my goodness, that's a terrible message. Speech introductions are part of Toastmasters. They are a part of real-world business. Please think about the speech introductions you do. Make them relevant, make them pertinent, make them helpful, help the speaker. If we do these things, we will be more professionally speaking Toastmasters. Not Toastmasters.